Hello. Well, for once I'm going to do a live video without showing my face. This is not about me. This is about life. Life which was supposed to be as vast as the sea, as the oceans. Oh my goodness. Life which was supposed to be so sacred that taking another person's life is like something has come over you. But every day now, somebody takes another person's life with impunity. And it's like we are powerless. What can we do? Just be looking at the sea and the ocean with me like this. Oh my goodness. You know, those children who were murdered in cold blood in Kumba, they didn't do nothing to bring that upon themselves. Sometimes, when a child is raped, for example, or a young person, oh, what were you wearing? All of that. But these children, what were they doing? They were studying. Why should a child not study? What will preventing a child from studying do to enhance your cause? People will say all kinds of things, trying to politicize it, whether it is these people or it is that people. The fact is, innocent children were murdered in cold blood, cut open, their genitals and their everything out there. Parents have lost, tremendous loss. This is automatic post-traumatic stress disorder for many, including the survivors, including a lot of us in our communities. Some of us already live with one mental illness or the other. This is just like another trigger. I wasn't exempt from it. I'm just trying my best to keep going, to keep believing in a purpose, life. I don't know. It's unfortunate, or it is like what can I say? People want to decide how somebody should grieve, why somebody should grieve, when somebody should grieve, all of those kind of things. Well, freedom of choice really means freedom of choice. I have never gotten into this crisis to talk about anything like this. Let me explain why. When the crisis started, I used to write for the certain magazine called Le Gideon. I used to write for them. And when the crisis started, they asked me to write an article. And I would look for that magazine if I still have it. My article was on the human right to education. Oh my goodness. My goodness. Because at that time they were saying, oh, no more schools, everybody should stay at home. And I was like, how can we do that to our children? How is that going to further the cause? How is that going to hurt the people we are trying to, get at them? If we went to stop schools in Yaoundé and wherever, or abroad where most of them have their children, we will say, okay, yes, we are pinching them, we are pricking them, but we want to stop schools in our own areas. So our children should be the illiterate ones. So that 10, 20, 30 years, when everything is settled, those children who didn't go to school, well, they'll just be the next set of, hooligans, vagabonds, delinquents. They didn't go to school. And they'll be so angry at the fact that they didn't go to school and that the other children went to school, including my children. And so they're going to take it out on my children and the other children. So for me, it didn't make sense. So that's the article I wrote. Well, of course, my article was not well received. At that time, I was in their small community and another one. People reach out, people say, oh no, this is not what the course is about. This kind of thing is very sensitive. Try to write something else. I had my uncle who used to write something else or write things. My uncle is an international lawyer, Charles Taku. He was very prominent in the whole struggle. And his own approach was different. So because I didn't want conflict with my uncle's own approach, I stepped back. Secondly, my mother was also vocal. She was even in the, how do you call them, these women, the women's group, my goodness, Southwest, Northwest Women for, I don't know if it's peace or something like that. My mom, she even went on TV once. For heaven's sake, one day I went to one forum on Facebook. I don't know, I don't know how I got there. And somebody wrote something. I think my uncle wrote something. And then my mother came to support what my uncle had written. And one of those guys, he's abroad. I cannot remember the name, but I know that that guy himself is in Norway or something. He called my mother a prostitute. I was like, hey, is this how low we are going to go? Calling each other names like that. And I didn't reply. I was like, if somebody can call my mother a prostitute, that means that me, they're just going to finish me there. I don't want to get into that kind of social media tug of war over, I don't know, like some people are saying we have created a social media republic or what. I'm like, no. Let me focus on working with people on the ground. Let me see how I can help those who are already internally displaced. Let me do something else. Let me stay quiet in my corner. Let me just, fill people with hope, pray, all those kind of things without being flamboyant, But my goodness, yesterday after doing my live video, I just saw a post from Nora Brown saying that they just got news and everything. I put my hand on my head. The whole of this week, 2 days before, I was not sleeping well. I really have this kind of sensitive body. I'm not saying I'm going to read prophecy or whatever, but I just kept feeling like something is going to happen. Something bad is going to happen. I thought it had already happened with that video of that man who killed the wife, buried the wife, and was raping his 2 children. Lie. So when I saw that thing from Nora Brown, oh, my head just started to go left, right, center. I mean, what I had to do yesterday, my spirit just kind of like, I tried, I had fish, but I couldn't go out in the evening. I just went and slept. I sleep? I just went and stayed in the house and I was just there. There's something we call collective grieving. There's individual grieving, there's collective grieving. You cannot tell anybody how to grieve. You cannot tell anybody when to grieve. You cannot tell anybody why to grieve because you're not in somebody's mind. You don't know when the person is going to feel like this is my I can't take it anymore. It's just like a woman in an abusive or a person in an abusive relationship. The person has to want to leave, not take it anymore. So yes, I could be seeing people being killed and everything, and I'll just pray in my corner like the children in Gabu. It was like, oh my goodness. I couldn't sleep for days, but well, I just stayed quiet. Now these ones, because they went to school, they were in school. Oh my goodness, I can't think. And then I have a child who is also in Form 1, and I'm like, I don't want to imagine. So for me, that's the whole thing. That's my soul sharing. Like, let's try to be more sensitive. I don't know. Maybe, it's going to fall on deaf ears, but I'm going to keep sharing. I'm going to keep talking. Oh my goodness. And one last thing. If you can reach out to somebody and you know this person has a frail mental health, the person is usually like a very sensitive person, the person feels it, it's not everybody you see looking so strong, who is so strong at heart, in mind. I live with post-traumatic stress disorder myself, so I don't like trauma. Some traumas trigger me a lot, and this week has been a really heavy week for me. That's why I even came to Limbe yesterday, so I could just come and just get out of Douala and stuff like that. But I got out and then, what happened. And then I'm like, I wish I were with my children so I could also console them. Fortunately, Gabi doesn't know. The first one, at least he knows, but he's hanging in. Oh my goodness. But then, you want to also reach out to a few people. You want to grieve with people. So, one of my friends reached out to me last night, but I was not in the mood to talk or to react. So we called each other this morning. I called her and we spoke for like 33 minutes. That was so warm. I mean, the talking is not going to bring any child back, but the talking is going to help you, process it, and then to say, well, God, my goodness, what can I say? Like, no, I can't say nothing. I can't talk to any of these parents now. I can't even talk to other people. I don't know what to say. But you also expect maybe a few of your other friends who know you closely and know how you struggle with grief and with traumatic situations like this to reach out. Everybody is going through their own thing. So I'm like, just be grateful for whoever reaches out to me and do this. So, okay, well, the rain is about to fall. Let me go back to the event. It's a launch for single parents, and yeah, so that's where I am. It's holding at here in Limbe, Down Beach, or wherever. I came early because I deal with anxiety, and also because I just, you want to leave. I want to leave home. I want to leave Douala. I want to leave Limbe. I want to. It's like this life is not. Uh, oh my goodness. Anyway, so I wish us all the best. Those who are struggling to come to terms with what has happened. Okay, let me turn this to myself now. Oh my goodness, my goodness, my goodness, my goodness. Please, anybody struggling and who really thinks that I can help them, sometimes I also get strength in being there for other people. I just needed to calm down yesterday to try to sleep. I did. I didn't sleep well, but I tried. I got like 4 hours of interrupted, but at least I did sleep. And this morning, I was just listening to music. Sometimes sorrow helps you to deal with sorrow. So that's what I was doing in the morning. Let me go attend this thing. God bless us all. Thank you, those who just joined. Let's please take care of ourselves. Let's not be the cause of another person's trauma. Thank you so much. There is hope, right? That's why I wear my t-shirt. There is hope. Let's not give up. God bless us all.